morning and welcome to yoga live from the Greater Grand Rapids YMCA. We will begin today standing in a pranayama. So we're going to be doing a breathing exercise, the three-part breath. So we break breathing down into three parts. We'll breathe into the belly first, and then into the belly and the chest, and then into the belly, the chest, and the ribs. Or belly, ribs, and chest, sorry. So we'll bring our right palm to our belly, left palm to our chest. I invite you to close your eyes if you wish and begin breathing in and out of the belly, focusing on that bottom right hand. Feeling that palm rise and fall as you inhale and exhale. And begin to turn your attention inward. So just breathing normally the way that you typically would, but just focusing on feeling that palm rise and fall. Slowly begin to lengthen that breath, breathing up into the ribs. So breathing into the belly, into the ribs, feeling the ribs expand all the way around, front, sides, and back, almost as if you have a rubber band wrapped around the rib cage, and you can feel it expand as you inhale and contract as you exhale. So tuning into the belly, into the ribs. So inhaling into the belly, the ribs. Exhaling from the ribs to the belly. Feeling that breath begin to slow and lengthen. Finally lengthening that breath, breathing into the belly, the ribs, the chest, feeling each palm rise in turn as you inhale and gently fall in turn as you exhale. So breathing into the belly, the ribs, the chest, exhaling from the chest, the ribs, the belly. And it's okay if this feels weird or maybe you're starting to yawn, just focus on deep breathing. Inhaling from bottom to top. Exhaling from top to bottom. Tuning into your breath, tuning into yourself. How are you this morning? Continue with this 3-part breath, breathing into the belly, the ribs, the chest. Exhaling from the chest, the ribs, the belly. But allow the palms to float down to your sides. Slowly, gently, allowing the breath to return to normal, maybe breathing a little more deeply and a little more full. And when you're ready, slowly blinking the eyes open. So inhale, sweeping your left palm up and over to your right ear, gently drawing the left ear down toward the left shoulder. So we're not pulling here, we're simply placing the palm onto the head, gently opening the side of the neck. Continuing to feel that breath, feeling the torso expand as you inhale, and hug in as you exhale. Inhale, release the palm and lift the head. And then sweep the right palm up and over to the left ear, gently drawing the right ear down toward the right shoulder. Again, not pulling, simply placing the palm on the head and then drawing the ear down toward the shoulder. Inhale, release. Sweeping both palms up, interlace the fingers. Bring them behind the head, and as you exhale, draw the chin to the chest. Inhale, lifting the head, release the hands down. We'll step up to the top of our mat, coming into our Sun Salutation A. Feet hip distance apart. Gently drawing the belly button back an inch. Lifting the chin parallel to the floor, extending the arms down by the sides, palms facing forward, energizing through the fingertips, coming into Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, sweeping the palms up, gentle arch of the back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, and step back right, left to the top of your plank. Lowering down the knees first. Allow the chest and chin to follow. Inhale, extend through the elbows, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back behind you, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Shavasana. You may pedal the feet here, so pushing one heel toward the mat and then the other. On your next exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, and small steps, walk the feet forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend the knees, and roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, coming up to standing. So again through Sun A. Inhale, sweeping the palms up, small arch of the back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, step back right, left to the top of your plank and lower down, either all at once or knees first. Inhale. Extend through the elbows, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Trying to keep equal weight in the hands and the feet, and gently guiding the belly button toward the thighs, drawing the ears next to the shoulders. Exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, and small steps or one large step, walk the feet forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, bend the knees and roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time. This time, as we move through our Sun Salutation A, trying to keep the breath sustained throughout each of the movements. So as we're sweeping our palms up, inhaling all the way through, all the way up to the top, and as we exhale, folding forward, taking your time and moving with your own breath. So even if it feels like it's fairly quick, that's okay. Trying to sustain the movement for the entirety of, or trying to sustain the breath for the entirety of the movement. So, standing in your Tadasana nice and strong, feet hip distance apart, drawing the belly button back, chin lifted. And on your next inhale, begin to sweep the palms up, taking as long as you need to keep that breath going as long as you're moving. As you exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, stepping back and lowering down while sustaining your exhale. Inhale, extending through the elbows, lift the chin, lift the chest. Exhale, tucking the toes, lifting the hips up and back behind you, downward facing dog. So drawing the focus to the breath. On your next exhale, bend the knees, look toward the palms, and walk, step, or hop forward if you have the space. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, folding forward once again. Inhale, bend the knees and roll up through the spine, one vertebra at a time, taking your time. Almost like you're inflating, coming into your Tadasana. So for the remainder of the practice, trying to keep your breath sustained throughout the whole movement, whatever that happens to look like as we move through our practice today. And so inhale, sweeping the palms up once again. Exhale, fold forward. Grasping the elbows and hanging the head heavy. Or if you have the space, drawing the first two fingers in between the first and second toes, hooking the big toe, and drawing yourself toward your thighs. Or simply bringing the palms to the calves and drawing the belly button toward the thighs as you gaze toward your big toes. So choosing your variation, whatever that happens to look like for this morning. Inhale, bend the knees, release the hands, and roll up through the spine, taking the entire inhale to come up. Inhale, sweeping the palms up once again. Exhale, folding forward. This time, either grasping the elbows as we did before, drawing the palms behind the thighs or calves and gently guiding the torso forward, or if you have the space, bringing the backs of your hands onto the mat underneath your feet for Padahastasana. Relax the head. Connect with that breath. Inhale, release the hands from underneath the feet. Release the hands from behind the calves or thighs. Release the hands from the elbows. As we inhale, bending the knees and rolling up through the spine, taking the entire inhale to come up. As we exhale, sending our right leg back behind us, big step. Turning both sets of toes toward the long edge of our mat. Ankles underneath the wrists. So if you were to extend your arms out and just glance down Your ankles would be just about underneath the wrists. Bring the hands to the hips, and as we inhale, lifting the chest an inch. As we exhale, folding forward. You hear those gentle pauses in the music where the music sort of fades out and then swells back in. The music is breathing along with us. So remember to take your time. Relax the head here, but keep the hands on the hips. You could bend the knees a little here and then roll up. Inhale, sweeping the palms up. As we exhale, folding forward with wide legs. Bringing the fingertips down toward the mat or onto your block, or you may simply bring the palms onto the thighs or shins. Allowing the head to hang heavy. Gently drawing the weight toward the ball of the foot. Reaching through the legs if you have the space. Inhale, draw the hands to the hips and slowly roll up. Keeping the legs where they are, we're gonna bring our hands behind our back, interlacing the fingers. You may simply grasp one wrist with the opposite hand, or you may rest the palms onto the lower back, or the backs of the hands onto the lower back. Whichever you have space for today is fine. So our legs are wide, stance is nice and strong. Choosing your variation behind your back, whether that's interlacing the palms, grasping one wrist, or simply allowing the hands to rest on the low back. As we inhale, opening the chest. As we exhale, folding forward. And allowing the hands to float up and over. Connecting with that breath. Exhale, releasing the palms down toward the mat. Inhale, rolling up. Turning the right toes out, bending the back leg, pushing off and joining the feet together at the top of the mat. Inhale, sweep the palms up. As we exhale, folding forward. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Trying to keep the ears in line with the shoulders. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the palms, stepping back right, left to the top of your plank. Lower down, either knees first or all at once. Inhale, push the mat away from you. Extend the elbows, up dog. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, up and back behind you, downward facing dog. On your next exhale, bend the knees, bringing them down to the mat, coming down to all fours. And as you exhale, slowly walking your palms away from you, drawing your chest down toward your mat. So if you don't have the space for that tonight, or this morning rather, you can come down to your forearms and stay here. If you have a little more space, walking the palms further away from you, gently start to arch the spine. And so if your chin and chest don't quite come down to the mat, that's all right. Or if you would like to take it a little deeper, stepping the knees back to give yourself some space and gently guiding yourself forward. I don't want to crush my mic here, so I won't come all the way down. But we're coming into puppy pose. Inhale, coming up to the forearms and then drawing yourself up to your palms once again. Shifting the hips back, coming into child's pose. Drawing the palms together in prayer. And as you draw your forehead down to the mat, drawing the thumbs toward the back of the neck. Exhale, release the hands, gently drawing yourself up to all fours. Tuck the toes, lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. On your next exhale, bending the knees, looking toward the palms, walk, step, or hop through so that you may sit down. So if you're stepping through, keeping it low, and then gently drawing yourself down onto your bottom. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, sweeping the palms up as we exhale, folding forward. Inhale, rolling up. Bring your palms behind you, fingertips facing your feet. Draw the soles of the feet onto the mat. As we inhale, lifting our hips up and off the mat. So whether that's here or if you have more space, anywhere in between. Coming into reverse tabletop, gently opening the shoulders. Extend your legs out in front of you And slowly walk your palms forward. Inhale, release the hands, rolling up. And if you are not already toward the bottom of your mat, simply walking forward on your hips. Extending the arms out from the shoulders. As we exhale, rolling down the spine, one vertebra at a time. So we will move into Shavasana, our longest held pose. So if Shavasana is not within your space today, you may draw the soles of the feet together, knees wide. You may also draw the soles of the feet onto the mat, knees together. Or choose some other posture that feels best for you this morning. And when you are ready, closing the eyes. Relax the ankles. Relax the calves. Relax the thighs. Relax the hips. Relax the palms. Relax the shoulders. And slowly begin to release the breath. Relax the chest, relax the belly. Maybe swallow to relax the throat. Relax the jaw. Relax the forehead. Relax the whole body, heavy into the mat. Slowly come back into your body by wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. Gently moving the ankles from left to right. On your next inhale, stretch your fingertips high above your head. Big stretch from fingertip to toe. And as you exhale, rolling over onto your left side. Thank yourself for stepping onto your mat. And keeping the eyes closed, draw your top palm onto the mat in front of your chest, extend your top leg, and push yourself up into a seated position. Bring the palms together at heart center. Rub them together to create prana. And place them over your heart. And so as you move forward throughout your day, throughout your week or weekend, take this practice as a gentle reminder to check in with your breath. Are you breathing deeply? Are you breathing shallowly? Can you find a way to slow your breathing and tune in to the sensation of your chest rising and falling? Checking in with your breath is a good way to check in with yourself and see how you're doing. Bring the palms together again at heart center and bow your heads. Namaste.